a two-game weekend, the backside of that doubleheader. The tenacity to stick with it are going to be meaningful to retaining possession. And the Royal look across the field, find up by the Royal. He looks around, he finds the hands of Brad Scott, but a really, sorry, that was Jonathan Neely actually, he couldn't quite get his hands on it. Some good defending there by the Royal. And now the Royal look with a short field and a chance to even this game up early. That timeout looking more effective if this point is able to fall.
Yeah, that was good pressure from the Royale on the DC resets. It looked like
big hammer over the top, and I think we're gonna see the referees get involved because it looks like both players reached the disc very similar timing. Markham signaling that he might have been the first one on the disc, but the Royal also believing they were the first one to the play. The referee
they want rather than the looks that the defense is trying to force them into.
And a little gust of air nets the Breeze a turnover. Now it's Schaffner. A new cast here, of course, after the turnover, as AUDL rules allow complete line substitutions during timeouts. Tchaikovsky, a high release forehand, and injury call on the last point, so that's good to see. Number 17, Antoine Genet, looks deep, and it is off the fingertip. Markham looking, goes big crossfield. 84 is in place, sliding in and making the catch. It's Cantone.
And more.
And it looks like the Royal getting a little bit fancy there, but camping out underneath, grabs the disc without too much trouble. Doesn't even need to leave his feet, actually. Chooses a great enough body position, and Cranston will ultimately net the score.
And Kolick in a very small window, though, to give
high release forehand by Marshall.
Confident moving forward to the rest of the season.
Markham puts it up. It's Goose on the chase. Plenty of space, and an easy two-handed catch in the end to reset itself.
Ooh,
wow.
My goodness.
A bullet out of number 9, St. Denis. Somehow not a turnover as it ricochets directly off the hands. Oh, wow, and it's a great hand block by number 10, Royale here, if they're to make this a more tightly contested game. What are your initial thoughts? Wow, a lot of collision there. That's absolutely right.
On the other hand, they've gotten 2 blocks here on throws. A hand block earlier and here a kick block. That certainly will help them.
Yeah, that will give them great field position in this instance, and is a trend that, if continued, would be quite potent. A swerving out-of-bounds throw that hooks back in. Cranston now getting high in the stall count. Opts to go up line. Matsuka, great footwork. Totally fortuitous time to pull the trigger on that as the defender was not looking, but still unable to find its intended recipient in Kolick. The Royal turn it over right back, and the Breeze not really losing much out of the pair of turnovers.
Again, a possession game here in some ways, even though it's not particularly windy.
Here's McDonald, and finds an easy target in 5 yards with a really creative bladey throw that does the trick. They go downfield, Kolick unable to catch the D, and it's going to get picked up by 14. It's Genet who catches it despite what really should have been a block.
Yeah, Allen looked like the intended target there as the disc flew right into his arms, and he was just a little bit too nonchalant with his defense, and you saw him shake his head afterwards. He knew that was a bit of a silly mistake from him. He almost gets into position there.
Well, and for the defensive
but that turnover was with Goose Helton, not a DC player, and he earns it back.
He earns it right back. What a great...
Finally able to connect with a downfield receiver. Royal
putting it into space. Turning on the afterburners, it's number 36. It's Maxim Guy, who ultimately nets an assist. Wow, very poachy defense by Royale, prevents it, but it is not a degree angle layout. Unable to net the block for Egan. He'll be back, I'm sure, though. And Press almost gets a chance himself. Almost might regret leaving his feet on that one. Breeze up by a lot, looking to be the class of this matchup. Wow, huge layout by number 3, Nemours. Wow, to stamp this quarter with a score.
Wasn't a very good mark from Matsuka. He forced a rush throw that went laterally and gave Cranston the chance at a block there.
It was Brian Marshall.
Brian Marshall, exactly.
And the block goes down.
Defense! 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 Defense!
That was great work from the Royale. There's a player wide open, deep.
Huge hammer, again by that same player, 21, almost lifting up his back foot. It's so close to call that a travel, and then leave it from not to be my job to call it from up here. But
Professional players on this DC Breeze team have signed up for the recreational leagues, as we were mentioning before. So
wow, nice throw over the top. Play by 25 there for the Royale. He looks deep, maybe got a little too excited because McDonald's going to clean that up without too much problem. It was a great play, but and a beautiful box job by McDonald to get it done, though.
Spiva's got a lot of room here. His mark's pretty far dropped off of him, and he finds Russell Howard underneath on an easy throw.
McDonald puts it out into space. Brett Matsuka in chase, and runs onto it. Not looking too hard for the Breeze.
Today out of Russell Howard.
That's true.
Chuck Cantone gets himself a block there. He's had a couple scores.
It's been a complete team effort, it really sounds like, from this this initial conversation.
Yeah, we haven't mentioned Rowan McDonald yet. I think you're right in Kolick. Kolick's had a good game.
Gets up, and saves Neely. And it's Cranston shooting. Schaffner catching it right on the goal line, down and making the catch. And then putting a throw where Cranston can ups. Well, we'll call this game a win for the Breeze. Right
although I scored
about
there
now.